The hottest team in USL Championship from the hottest city in the country has come to Hartford, where Hartford Athletic is looking to knock off Las Vegas Lights. Good evening, everybody. With my partner, Mark Donaldson, I'm Joe D'Ambrosio, delighted to be with you after what seems like an eternity. Mark, Hartford comes in after a game against Rhode Island they'd like to forget.
So let's forget all about it,
okay,
shall we? Las Vegas Lights, yes, they are indeed hot. They are unbeaten in 11, and they're especially good on their travels. However, Dylan, the Hartford mascot, has only seen Hartford lose once at home in its last 7. It's funny what we can do with statistics, isn't it, Joseph?
These teams have only played twice, Hartford winning both by a 2-0 scoreline. And what Hartford wants to do tonight is continue to play the good soccer that we've seen them play, as you mentioned, here at Trinity Health.
Yeah, I think one of their best performances of the season for 45 minutes came in the first half. Last time you and I were together against Charleston Battery, it finished 2-2, but they were 2-0 up. They need to recreate that form, and that is important.
Meanwhile, this Las Vegas team, unbeaten in 11, their last 3 games, has produced some heroics. Here's Sean Smart.
Another good player, but for them, He is missing this evening, one of 4 players out. That was the opening goal at Colorado Springs. They went on to concede. Then they went to New Mexico. Noel's been excellent this season. He knows where the back of the net is. He finished with aplomb. Bruce equalised for the home side, but Noel, having scored the first, set up Pinzon for the second, and Las Vegas got a win on their travels. Then they returned home. They went a goal down to Detroit, but the man on the spot was Corey Bennett, and a 1-1 draw. 2 draws in that, but unbeaten in 11. They have momentum.
Let's take a look at the table in the Eastern Conference, and you can see the work that Hartford has to do if they hope to get to the postseason. Starting lineups and kickoff from Hartford are next here on ESPN+.
An injured knee might look pretty simple, but there's a whole person behind that injury. One who misses the feel of his jump shot and spending time with friends on the court. It's not enough just to heal. He needs to get back out there. At Trinity Health, we're here to help you reach your goals. We combine all the knowledge and expertise of a national health system with personalized health care that treats the individual behind the injury. Because we see all of you.
Achievement takes more than having a dream. It takes having the spirit to beat the odds. It takes the courage to pursue a passion, the heart to turn a house into a home, and the determination to turn an idea into an enterprise. I'm the Hartford Buck, and I see the human in human achievement.
With insurance from the Hartford, the Buck's got your back.
At Lux Bond & Green, we have been designing and crafting custom jewelry for decades. It's an art as much as a science, and really there's no room for error. It comes down to 100 little choices made by our own artists and experts who listen to you and create your perfect engagement ring by hand. Quality, value, and selection. Lux Bond & Green Jewelers throughout Connecticut and Massachusetts.
Hartford Athletic would like to thank the Mandel JCC of Greater Hartford, the official fitness center of Hartford Athletic. Visit mandeljcc.org to learn more. Last Fly is the leader in airport parking at Bradley International. Save 20% by pre-booking on lastfly.com. Last Fly, a proud supporter of Hartford Athletic. 73 degrees, winds out of the south at 9. The starting lineup brought to you by Liberty Bank. And Mark, my man, both teams making extensive changes.
Yeah, we've spoken about Hartford's home form. It's decent. They've kept clean sheets in their last 2, but away from home, especially at Rhode Island last time out, was not good. Deshane Beckford is someone who's paid the price, and he is replaced by Marcus Epps. Ingalina is in support of Dieng, and Acedu's playing the number 10 role tonight.
And on the other side, Dennis Sanchez has shaken up his lineup.
He's got some injuries, and Sean Smart was a doubt. He misses out. Corey Bennett likely to play up top. Valentin Noel will come from deep. Joe Zhao and Coleman Gannon providing the width. Not too many goals in the other 8 outfielders, but made up for that with Bennett and Noel scoring 15 in total.
Tonight's match presented by the Bradenton, Florida. Discover the Bradenton Gulf Islands, sugar sand beaches, turquoise waters, and laid-back vibes that are real, authentic Florida. Visit BradentonGulfIslands.com. First time that Vegas has visited Trinity Health Stadium. 2 prior matches. Oh, no, the second time they've been here. Right away, Hartford in. Here's Jang. He's in, and he can't finish it off.
Take it first time. Why the extra touch? Inside 20 seconds. Take it there. Shoot. Maybe, just maybe, Grayson Duty did just enough to ensure that it wasn't possible for Dieng to take it first time. But what a start that was from Hartford.
It'll be a Hartford throw-in from the far side. One of the changes for Hartford, Tristan Hodge, who's been kind of a regular at that left back position, replaced by Emmanuel Samadia. We've seen him play the back this year. Epps replacing Beckford in the starting lineup. And a big absence for Las Vegas is the outstanding 20-year-old from the national NCAA champions, Clemson, Sean Smart. He's played really well. He had a little bit of a hip issue, so he has not even made the trip. He can enjoy those 105-degree temperatures in Las Vegas.
Not quite as humid as here, though.
No, it's a dry heat. There you see Yunus Boudadi in his 10th game since coming back to Hartford.
It was a soft free kick awarded by Matthew Thompson, tonight's referee, his first time in charge of a Hartford game here. He's usually an MLS fourth official.
Yeah, he did the loss at Charleston.
Yeah.
The 1-0 loss. And in 2021, he was named the USL Referee of the Year.
It's good from Jeng.
This is a Las Vegas team that loves to possess the ball, but early on, it's been Hartford. Here's Engalina, 1v1 with Duty. Steps between them, and this should be the first corner kick of the match in the 3rd minute for Athletic.
Here we have a view overlooking everything, including the Hartford bench, and Brendan Burke immediately applauding that with his hands above his head. It's been a bright start, and we've seen this a couple of times from set plays. Watch out for Joe Farrell round the back, either heading it back across or going for goal if this is a deep one.
The diminutive Anderson Asiadu will launch it in. Farrell making a run, Bennett covering him, and Arozarena comes up and makes the play. And yes, Ryko is the brother of the Mariners' Randy Arozarena. Foul in front of the Hartford bench as Nigro goes down, fouled by Marcus Epps.
I had 3 minutes on the old bingo card for the first reference to the brother of the goalkeeper. And
well, that'll be the last.
No, it won't. 2 minutes 51. You managed it inside of 3 minutes.
Now, the people watching in Las Vegas have heard that only 100,000 times.
And you're going to tell them why he wears number 56 as well, aren't you? Next time.
Because his brother wears it. Nice ball played. Here's Nigro on the overlap. They will bring their wingers up, their backs up quite a bit in support of the play. And it'll be the first corner of the match for the Las Vegas Lights here in the 4th minute.
Yeah, they wanted to take the corner kick quickly. However, the ball that had gone behind for the corner was then thrown back by a spectator. So you haven't missed anything, and the corner kick shall be retaken.
Set pieces, a disaster for Hartford last week.
As good as that?
At Rhode Island.
Wow. Yeah, they weren't great.
Sails it deep over the head of Malik Howell.
You realize
there
were many adjectives you could have used there to describe how Hartford defended set plays last week at Rhode Island. You went straight for disaster.
Yep.
Okay.
And don't forget, we haven't worked together since July 12th. So.
And do you know what? That first half against Charleston, that's some of the best stuff I've seen them play under Brendan Burke. I thought they were outstanding. And then, had it not been for an idiotic decision by goalkeeper Renan Ribeiro to not keep his mouth shut, he gets sent off, and they conceded twice. But they were really good that first half.
And Gondo leads the team in chances created with 40. Nigro didn't play last week. He had started the prior 14 games.
Good player.
Noel has had a terrific season, 27. The Frenchman, Boudadi, says no. Hairston getting the start, just his second in about 2.5 months. Here's Ngando, blocked by Asiadu. Hartford trying to counter. That's a foul. To be charged on Ngando. Let's do the keys of the game. They're brought to you by Hoffman.
Despite their inability to be great on the road recently. Hartford have been good at home. Let's protect this fortress. 1 defeat in 7 at home and should have beaten Charleston, but chucked it away after being 2-0 up. And what a run. Las Vegas Lights. It's all about maintaining this momentum. Unbeaten in 11, and they have flown up the standings now to 5th.
Here's Jang, plays it across, and Galena saved by Rosarena, and he holds on. So that's 2 strong opportunities, Marcus, in the first 6 minutes of play.
That was interesting because we were right in line. I think Las Vegas had a good call for an offside. It wasn't given by Arts Aristamian, the assistant. And again, coming close, but once again, one of the best goalies in the league, Rosarena, with the save.
He made several spectacular saves in last week's 1-1 tie with Detroit. He also gave in one of the cheapest goals of the season. There's Matt Thompson, the man in charge. Art Arstaman and Patrick Casey, the assistant referees, and Jonathan Look is the 4th official. 2-0, both times these teams have played previously. Trinity Health of New England, proud to be the official medical provider and title partner of Hartford Athletic, always committed to providing the best healthcare experience every day for every patient. Trinity Health of New England, we see all of you.
And Nigro just getting a little bit of tape administered, so temporarily, visitors down to 10.
Budati hits the deck, no call. Asiadu kind of ducks under Noel there. Anderson can do that at his size. But he won't be the smallest man on the pitch tonight. That will be Solomon Asante when he comes in. And Galena, who did not get a shot on goal or take a shot last week for the 3rd time this season. Duty being spoken to by the referee, Matt Thompson. His 9th match of the year, and there's our first yellow. 9 minutes into the former UCLA Bruin, Grayson Duty. So, Michien Galena is still down. They have not called for the affable head athletic trainer of Hartford, Mike Diaz. Looks like Michi will be okay. Helped up by the cat. That's what a captain's for, George Scarlett.
Can't afford to losing Galena.
No.
Beckford's on the bench.
Let's get a look at this foul again.
Sloppy, wasn't it?
It kind of clipped him.
Landing on the ball didn't help.
So, Hartford with a direct kick, probably 30 yards out to the right of Rosarena. This is a Las Vegas team that is tied for 11th in goals for, tied for 14th in goals against. Hartford next to last in both of those categories. Deflected by Joe Gao, making his first start since May 4th. Another corner for Anderson Asiadu. Second of the match for Athletic.
Farrell last time ran near post. Is he going to do the same again? Yes, he is.
Puts it in the air. There's Jang with a header. Rosarena knocks it away. Hartford putting on good pressure in the first 10 minutes. And Gondo, long ball. Onside. Let's see. Here's Bennett. He scores. And Corey Bennett in the 11th minute has given Lights a 1-0 lead.
Hartford players are not happy. At the other end, they felt the ball had gone out. They're still remonstrating with both the assistant, who kept his flag down, and the 4th official. That's got nothing to do with the fact that Las Vegas took it up from the corner flag at the other end, broke the defense, and that's a fine finish by Corey Bennett for his 8th of the season. But Hartford suggesting that ball had gone out. What I would say is that Art Aristamian, the assistant, was as close as you could be to see that. Hopefully we'll get another chance to look at that and whether or not the ball went out at the corner flag before Las Vegas went the full length of the field and dispatched beyond that man, Henan Ribeiro.
Let's take a look at that play in a second here. So 1-0. Hartford quickly countering Angelina to Asiatu, and it's cleared away by Malik Howell. So let's take a look at that play again. You see a pair of 33s battling. The ball clearly out. Ball clearly out.
Well, that's why they were complaining.
But you have to play through.
Well, what I would say about that, unless you get a camera angle right in line, when you get a camera from midfield looking down the line, you're clearly going to see the line and whether or not the ball went over it or not. As I said, the assistant on this near side was bang in line with that. It looked close, but you still got to defend. You can't keep blaming officials. They've gone the whole end of the park and they've cut open the Hartford defence.
3rd assist of the year for J.C. Ngando. Please join us in thanking founding partner the Hartford for educating children about fire safety with their Junior Fire Marshal program. Visit juniorfiremarshal.com to learn more. That was actually a 2-on-0. And Bennett, who was brought to this country by Brendan Burke, gets his 8th of the year, his 2nd straight goal. He had the game-tying goal against Detroit as Epps is chopped down by Nigro.
That's a card.
Nigro with the hands out. What did I do? And we'll see what he did to Marcus Epps, who went flying after that tackle. You see Epps. He got him with the hip. It was kind of a hip check. Looked like he should be playing defense in the NHL.
If ever a first 13 minutes was a microcosm of Hartford's season.
Yep.
Played well in spells, but just totally forgot how to defend and not clinical enough at one end and conceding at the other. They should be ahead by now and find themselves one down.
Emmanuel Samaria with the service, headed down by Joe Hafferty. And the ball cleared over the, kept in on the far side. Here they come again. Here's Bennett with plenty of room to roam. Chips it and sends it about maybe 10 yards over the goal.
Okay, we spoke with Brendan Burke this week, and I said to him, look, you are where you are in the table. It's going to be tough to get 8th place. You're going to be more adventurous now. And he said, yeah, we've got to go for goals. There's going for goals, and there's also doing it smartly. Don't leave yourself with 2 at the back who are 15 yards inside the opponent's half when you've got yourself either a corner or a good attack. You've still got to cover the counter and the pace that they have. Angelina
against duty. Usman Jabang goes to help out. Mamadou Jang can't get it, so Malik Howell, the back on that side, well-traveled. University of New Mexico, Memphis, and Missouri State. Samadia called for the foul as he went up against the youngster, Coleman Gannon. 1-0, the goal by Bennett, his 8th, and Ngando, the assist in the 11th minute. Randy's Worcester Street Pizza, the official pizza of Hartford Athletic. Stop by the stadium or visit their other Connecticut locations to enjoy some of the best pizza Connecticut has to offer.
Hartford this season has scored 19 goals. It's the lowest in the Eastern Conference. It's 5 fewer than the team at the bottom of the Eastern Conference, Miami, who've scored 24, albeit they've conceded 60. But the chances, the good chances that Hartford have created, they are just missing someone who can put the ball in the back of the net. They're missing someone who can be more clinical than the players who've had the chances this season. That's the difference between this level and the next level, finishing your chances.
Samadia using Henan Ribeiro to clear the ball, but Duty makes the steal. Duty and Ousmane Yabang brought in on loan from CF Montreal on July 19th, and they have proven to be just what first-year head coach Dennis Sanchez wanted. Seven is Joe Gao, played the last couple of years in Sweden. Gets it back in the middle, tripped by Hairston. Now Bennett, the goal scorer. Gets it outside to Gannon. Gannon sends it in. Here's Gao. Blocked. And a handball on Las Vegas. Well, Las Vegas hasn't possessed the ball all that much, but when they've been dangerous.
That's why they're 11 unbeaten. They take the chances. You have one chance, you score one goal. It's not beyond the realms of possibility to suggest that Mamadou Dieng could have had a hat-trick inside 10 minutes in this game with the chances he had. Difference is good saves or poor misses at one end, clinical at the other. Hartford just got to keep going. They've been good so far.
Yeah, except for one unfortunate 15-second stretch.
Just can't defend like that when they lose possession. It's the transition and the turnover. You can't leave yourself as bare at the back as they did.
And Hartford already with 2 shots on target, equaling their total last week. Here's Joe Farrell. Budati pressured. Uses Ribeiro to reignite the offense. For Henan Ribeiro, his 16th start of the season. Comes in with a record of 3-8-4. Changing fields for Budati. Can he trap it? Yes. Yunus cuts to the middle. We've seen him do that quite a bit since he's come back. Use that move to cut to the middle of the field. Hartford forced back. Macangila, who really, I would say, Mark, has been Hartford's most improved player from start of the season and now.
I mean, he's been fine, but you need better than fine. You need better than just improvement from the start of the season to now to end up at fine. But this is an opportunity for them. They're getting the ball forward a little bit quicker now.
Asiadu plays it ahead, but how? Clears it before Mamadou Dieng can get to it. Las Vegas 5-0-6 in their 11-game unbeaten streak. Third USL team to have an 11-game unbeaten streak this year. Now Gao on the counter. Drops it back to Ngando. JC Ngando picked up on loan from the Vancouver Whitecaps just before the season began. This is 23rd appearance, 23rd start. Hafferty, former all Pac-12 player at Oregon State. Nigro almost hit the turf there, but now Las Vegas settling into their possession game. Last week they had a 65-35 possession advantage against Detroit. Now Duty plays it back as Hartford sinks 9 back in the defensive third, and Jang trying to put on some token pressure up top.
Very comfortable on the ball. A well-conditioned side as well, Las Vegas Lights, under Dennis Sanchez and his backroom staff. That's what you've got to be when you're playing in 100 and goodness knows what degree heat every second week or so.
When I talked to him Thursday, he said it was 105.
Hey, that's a cool day there.
Well, that's why even though they traveled all day yesterday, and it's a little bit humid today, but not what we've had a couple of weeks ago, it's kind of a relief. And Galena knocks it off over the east touchline. Hartford Athletic would like to thank Nuova Pasta for supporting our Goals for Meals program. For every Hartford Athletic goal scored this year, Nuova Pasta will donate meals to help the fight against food insecurity in our community. Las Vegas in the white kits. Here's Ngando. Gets inside of Hairston. Throws it across. Here's a shot blocked by Samadia. Blocked the shot by Gannon, but Las Vegas quickly back with the ball. Very patient. Nigro trying to get the ball towards the box. Dribbles along the 18. Plays it through. Noel, who's had a terrific year. Here's Duty's shot. Caught, dropped, and caught again by Ribeiro.
I want to talk a little bit more about that move. It's the movement off the ball from the Vegas players. It's the options that they give the player on the ball. Now, Hartford, generically, their setup's okay, but you've got Marlon Hairston up against JC Ngando. If he's going to be close to him, he's got to match his run. And you've got to match the second man running as well, Hartford.
Jang thought he was fouled by Howell. No call made. This Las Vegas team looking to get to the postseason for the first time in franchise history. And Dennis Sanchez says we don't shy away from that talk.
I wouldn't want to draw them in the playoffs. Whoever they end up getting if they get to the playoffs in the Western Conference would not be the side I would want to be part of to face a decent side if they've got momentum.
Ribeiro comes out to play the ball off his line and quickly get it to Anderson Asiadu, getting his 14th start of the season. 5th start in the last 7 games for the 5'6", 28-year-old from Ghana. Now Farrell, crossfield to his center back compadre, Scarlett, looking for Budati. Too far, Nigro makes the play, and Gao gets it in front of Epps. Here's Budati after the Asiadu tackle. Now Epps chips it in, and Rosarena right there.
Give it back. Budati's giving it to him. Just give it back. You've got a runner who's going to go into the area. I know there's an apology from Epps, but the simple pass there is the best pass there for Budati. Then he can have Dieng perhaps making the run, or Asiadu checking the run and just stopping at the edge of the box. It's just play smart.
Jang trying to press as Las Vegas. Hairston comes up, puts a little pressure on Ngando. Nice back heel to Hafferty, but Scarlett there to help intercept. Jang taking off the ball, displaced by Howell.
That was better from Hartford, though. It's where they're pressing. That was good.
Samadia deflects it, gets it back from Hairston. Plays it up ahead to a double team. Jang is hopping, and Usman Jabang not happy. Matt Thompson blew the whistle, but he blew it because Mamadou Jang went down looking to be injured. Hartford Athletic would like to thank Lux Bond and Green, jewelers since 1898, celebrating life's special moments. As Lance Reiser says on the PA, earlier in this game, Michi Endolina reached 10,000 minutes played in USL Championship. He came in 6 shy, chipped in, Jang had goal! Mamadou, how do you do? We're tied at 1.
That's more like it. What a ball in. What a header. And Hartford deservedly back on level terms. That's a brilliant goal.
Jang using his size in the box. Samadia with the setup, and we're even at 1.
Everything to like about that goal. The delivery from Samadia And the movement. Brendan Burke loves this kid. He is a raw diamond. He knows he's got the ability, but he knows he's got a long way to go. And he's actually just come over right now, and he's been given a big hug by Brendan Burke. A fatherly hug for a player who's got so much ability, just needs a little bit of guidance at times. You've got to know how to make that run. He made that run. You've got to know how to time that run. He timed that run. You've got to get the perfect delivery on the cross and the perfect header, and that's what Hartford got. 1-1, and for me, Hartford deservedly back on level terms in this one with the chances they've had.
Fourth goal for Mamadou for Emmanuel Samaria. His second assist of the season. Here comes Hartford again. Flag is up. Jang trying to time it right, but Joe Hafferty trapped him. Well, and that's a deserved goal, Mark, as you said, because Hartford has certainly held its own, except for one 15-second lapse.
Yeah, and that's what it comes down to, but you're up against a team in form that are going to punish you more than likely when they get that opportunity. But even taking it back a couple of minutes from the goal, I spoke about the press and where the press was taking place, and they were putting pressure in this area and deeper in this area as well. Much more like it from Hartford, but you still need a good delivery.
Budati sends Joe Gao to the turf. So the foul is called. Gao came off the bench last week against Detroit.
This is, while we're seeing the replay, one of the members of Dennis Sanchez's coaching staff came out and twice indicated by the whole imaginary yellow card that, hey, we've already had one of them. In fact, we've had a couple of them. Duty with the first one, but Naigo with the second one, and he's suggesting why shouldn't that be? He's got to be careful because he could end up in the boot.
Jabang controlling it midfield. Howell's pass deflected. Hartford doing a really good job marking around in the middle third of the field.
It's a good game.
Very good game. Crowd appreciative of what they're seeing so far. Noel distributes to Duty. Now Jabang chips it left. Nigro can't get a boot on it. Budati chases him to the west touchline. Ball goes out. Corner kick call, second of the match for the visitors from Nevada. Valentin Noel, that was so good on service from the corner. Instead plays it short to Nigro. He sends it far post and airmails it over the goal line. Hartford goal kick.
There's something about Brass Bonanza on a Saturday night in Hartford. Does it take you back?
Oh, I'm sorry, you're speaking to me? Yes, of course it does.
Speaking to, as opposed to
playing positive.
The old Whalers, Saturday night in Hartford in the NHL. Brass Bonanza and the goal scored.
Possession, and you could do with these stats what you want.
Yeah.
Possession 66% offense forming up nicely, but good steal. Terrific play by Samadia. Leads Angelino, who gets grabbed by Duty. And
Duty's already been booked, so that could be revisited.
Plays it across. Samadia tries to chip it in. Cleared out by Jabang. Brendan Burke not happy, nothing was called.
By the way, the referee has to go back there and issue a second yellow card. That is you cannot do. If that is given as a free kick right there, it's a yellow card offence. If you play the advantage, you then revisit.
But Matt Thompson didn't see anything.
We have the advantage. He played on.
Budati. Room to Roma on the right. Trying to use his speed. Knocked away. Tonight's WTNH youth soccer teams of the match are from Connecticut Rush. We're even at 1. Bennett in the 11th minute. Jang on a beautiful header in the 25th. Hartford with its third corner of the match.
I want to see them go deep. I want to see them go deep to Joe Farrell, who's twice made a near post run. I want to see him be the one that comes deep and then heads it back across goal. Let's see if that happens.
Samadia, who's got the assist on the Jang goal, the trigger. In the middle, cleared out by Jabang. Jang backheels it, knocks it over the goal line. Quick restart.
Referee's right there.
Along with Mark Donaldson, I'm Joe D'Ambrosio. Sir Thomas of Stanwick's our producer. The inimitable Robert Kaplan, our director, and the rest of our terrific Power Station crew. Good to be back with you here on MyTV9 and ESPN Plus. We welcome everybody watching in Nevada, where it's approaching happy hour.
Even on happy hour in Nevada.
Exactly.
Come on now.
There's Nigro. Gets the one touch from Farrell, or rather from Hafferty. And Gondo's the creator. Gannon marked by Angelina. Now back to Duty. This is Gannon. 1v1 with Samadia. Drops it back to an opening Gondo. Very patient. Now Duty. He's lucky he didn't get a second yellow. Off to Malik Howell. Vegas taking their time, trying to settle the match a little bit. A match that, frankly, Hartford has controlled the tempo. Quick move by Gow. Along the 18. It's blocked by Boudowdy. And cleared out. Kept in, though. Jabang. Gannon in the box. Tackled away by Samadia. He sent sprawling. And it's carried over the goal line for a corner kick. Third of the match for Las Vegas. And it will be Valentin Noel, former two-time All-ACC player in Pittsburgh.
Never good when a player touches the back of the old hamstring.
And they're calling on head athletic trainer Mike Diaz to jog onto the pitch.
What a very quick 33 minutes it's been.
Because it's been entertaining.
Very good.
Las Vegas Lights 5-0-6 in their last 11. It's a team that was totally rebuilt. And we mentioned the baseball connection with Raiko Arozarena. Their new principal owner, a name you might know, Joey Bats, Jose Batista. So Vegas comes in tonight 5th in the West with 33 points. A 3 points behind Memphis and Oakland. And they've all played 24 games. And I think Asidu's night is done.
So Beckford's coming on. So Marcus Epps will drop back to play in the 10 role. And that will give them a little bit better balance as well, with a natural width on one side of Angelina and the natural width of Beckford on the other. I thought Asidu was fine. Today there were a couple of times I felt he just lost his man, but over the piece, yep, he got the energy that Brendan Burke was hoping that he would provide. And I like the sub. That is a sub that backs up what Brendan Burke said earlier this week. Look, we've got to go for it. Draws are no use to us at this stage of the season, regardless if it's the Vegas Lights, if it's Louisville City, who are coming up next Saturday. They've got to get wins, but they've got to defend set plays.
So, Deshane Beckford, only the second time he's been subbed on this year.
They would have been allowed to make the substitution when Asidu was coming off, but Beckford wasn't ready.
Right.
Back to the full complement.
So Beckford moves up front. Epps takes over, as Mark said, Asidu's position at the 10. And Ribeiro, who's had a pretty quiet night between the woodwork. Shots are 7-4 for Vegas. Shots on target, 4 for 2. All 4 of Hartford's shots have been on target. Here they come. Played for Epps in the middle, but it goes too far. Let's see if Budati can get to it first. Eunice does. He sends it back in. Here's a header. Save made. Jag looking for the brace. And a Rosarena, who tends to wander off his line, got back in time.
Keep your eyes on Jang's leap here. That is a spring.
That's solid ups.
And it's played. Oh, wow, what a challenge that is. He's absolutely cemented him in Gando. Just totally mistimed. No wonder the yellow is out. Just going back to the headed opportunity for Dieng, he could easily have scored more than 3 tonight. He's had 4 really good opportunities. But Budati's put the ball in, and it's got a little bit of pace on it. He's still going to generate some, and that spring was outstanding. Hopefully it's not another injury for Hartford, for Beverly Makingila.
So Matt Diaz a little too busy. So Jabang gets their 3rd yellow of the game here in the 38th minute. Let's get a look at the foul here. Wow.
Didn't miss.
And the question is the condition of Beverly Makingila. Might be the way Matt Diaz is working over him, and I know this from my years at Johns Hopkins. Might have just had the wind knocked out of him. As you see Beverly sitting up.
I'm more intrigued by the stadium announcer, Lance, who's just told the spectators, if you're feeling a little chilly tonight, stop by the club store and maybe get something that can warm you up. Hold on a minute here, right? This Scotsman, I'm not great in hot weather, but it's 73 degrees.
Hey,
I know.
You're preaching to the choir.
I'm speaking to a guy that spends his day by the beach. This ain't chilly. This is a hot day in Scotland. So
when I heard him say if you feel a little chilly, I thought he was going to tell people to go to the concession stands and get something. So Makingila is helped up. They'll have to come off for a second because of the stoppage in play.
All credit to JC Ngando, though, because he's come over and just making sure that... sorry, it was when Jabang was coming over, yeah.
Right.
Just to make sure that Beverly was okay. It was Jabang that went into the book. Ngando.
Makingila looks none the worse for the wear.
Yeah, because there was a yellow card handed out.
He can stay in.
He's able to stay if he so desires. It's up to him. And he's feeling a bit woozy, but free kick Hartford.
Joe Farrell, USL veteran, along with Budati. Reverse field back to Scarlett. Over on the left side to Emmanuel Samadia. Once again, Hartford's already lost Anderson Asiadu to injury. Replaced by Deshane Beckford. Here's Budati on a run. Slows down. Plays the ball on the bounce. Beckford dribbling in the middle. Gets it back to Farrell. Nice distribution. Here's Beckford. Sends it towards goal and sends it long. Angelina will chase it down. Michi leading Hartford in goals this season with 7. Here's Budati. Puts it up in the air. Rosarena.
Good goalkeeper.
Comes out. Bangs into Epps. Good play. By the 27-year-old Cuban who played for his national team earlier this season in World Cup qualifying. Had to miss a couple of games. Missed about 4 games in June.
I'd like to see the contested headers that Mamadou Dieng's had tonight. I'm not sure he's lost one of them. And it's such a threat. And if you can get a deep ball again, it was Samaria who was the player that got the assist for Dieng's goal. They're really struggling aerially against Mamadou Dieng. It's about the second ball after that. If it's not going to be an attempt on goal, can you get close to him? Can you get somewhere where you can then have an attempt or do something with it?
Hartford Athletic would like to thank our founding partner, Travelers. Thanks to Travelers, presenting partner of our community ticket program. Children from underserved communities throughout Greater Hartford are able to come to matches free of charge. The match even at 1. Goals by Bennett and Jang. Jang's on a beautiful header from Samadia. Bennett on a breakaway. Angelina hits the turf after a couple of fakes by Grayson Duty. Hartford gets it back, though. It's been a good opening 42 minutes for the blue and green. Good aggression by Farrell.
It's the centre backs.
Here's Joe. Plays it in along the ground. Hairston gets it to Angelina. Rosarena on the far pipe makes the play.
I like that from Hartford a lot. They've really kicked on from that equalising goal, because this is a season where when they've conceded first, they've won just once in the USL.
Well, one thing that Brendan Burke told us in our weekly conference call was they have to play with their hair on fire a little bit. Draws at home won't do them any good. Here's Angelina. Michi. Too soft for Ebbs, and Howell is there to play it up. Taken back by Samadia.
You've now got the extra pace, Hartford, of the Shane Beckfords. You've got a lot of pace on either side.
There's the Nijang. Beckford never gets through. Blocked. Hartford thought there might have been a handball, and Budati takes down Gao.
Persistent fouling. Budati, referee indicating not once, not twice, that's your third one. That's one of these get out of jail free cards for the referee, whether or not he has had 3 fouls in this game. I think it's more book 3 of their players. They need to book one of the Hartford players. It happens all the time.
6th yellow for the native of Belgium, Yunus Budati. You get a look at Yunus in his second tour of duty at Trinity Health Stadium. This is an important last however many minutes it is, Mark, for Hartford. You want to build on the momentum and keep the momentum, and you certainly don't want to give up a go-ahead goal as we approach stoppage time. And I would think with 2 goals and a couple of injuries, we'll have at least 4 or 5 minutes. Back in Gila, 6-7, Epps. Farrell plays it ahead for Budati, working his way along the right. Far post, nobody home.
There's no need for Angelina to go near post. There's no need for him to run between Marcus Epps and Mamadou Dieng. Hold your position. You get a cross like that, which was a good one from Budati. There should be someone on the far side able to get there first if it's overhit.
And we have just found out from down on the pitch, Brigno Vineyard stoppage time. There will be 4 minutes of stoppage time in what is a 1-1 game. That Bennett goal, the first goal scored by Las Vegas in 3 games against Hartford. Shut out 2-0 each of the last 2 years. Good anticipation by Beckford. Here's Deshane along the turf. Never gets through. Chested down by Jabang. Budati's been very aggressive in the offensive third.
Glad you pointed that out. I can tell you now because the ball's gone out. The last 5 minutes, he has made himself available with runs for diagonals, which haven't always been utilised. Twice they have, but he's always been there. But that is keeping Coleman Gannon back the way, and it means they can't attack the way they want to attack with numbers.
Scarlett there to reverse the field and get it to Beckford. He loses it off his boot.
Yeah, he took a touch first of all before it hit his boot. Otherwise, again, it was the run made by Budadi, and I'm glad you pointed that out, because you've got to be fit to keep doing that, and you've got to have someone who's going to cover you if you lose the ball when you're up that end of the field.
Eunice, who fancies himself as fast as anybody on this Hartford team.
Give him the bronze medal. I've teed you up perfectly there for your next segue. At halftime.
At halftime, we'll hear how some of the Hartford players think they could have competed at in the Paris Olympics.
But not in football.
But not in soccer, right? Not in football.
When he said that, he said, I think I could take Angelina, I think I could take Beckford. We're like,
yeah, maybe not. But then he said, Boxton, well, we'll let you hear. We're not gonna give away the goods here. You got to watch halftime.
Pay for them. Stick with us.
Budadi knocks it over the near touch line. It'll be a throw in for Gennaro Nigro. Valentin Noel's been extremely quiet this far tonight. Maybe their most consistent player this year. Rafferty long ball up the right side. Samadia can't clear. Gao gets there. Laid back Jabang. Gao. The chip. Headed away by Farrell. Good aggressive play by the Pennsylvania native. Here comes Beckford. Too far for Budadi in the middle. Now Gao. Macangila watching him. The aforementioned Noel. The game tied at 1. 2.5 minutes into stoppage time. 4-minute stoppage time.
I want to see more from Marcus Epps in the second half. Not making any changes at halftime. He's already made one in force with Beckford on. I just want to see more from Epps. He's too good not to have as big a part to play in the second half.
Nigro wide open on the touchline, sends it through. Here's a shot by Ngando. Farrell says, not on my watch, you don't. Ngando gets it back.
Come on, Epps.
Gets away from Epps, gets away from Farrell. Some magic on his foot and drops it back to Rafferty. Plays it ahead, a header by Bennett. Sent wide.
That was a half-hearted effort from Marcus Epps. If you're going to challenge properly. Over the piece, I think Brendan Burke can be very happy with what he's seen in the first half. Something you said, the man who's about to kick this goal kick, and he's in your picture right now, he's not had a save to make. He's had to pick the ball at the back of the net because the defence abandoned him because they thought it should have been a corner kick at the other end. But this has been a really good first half on the whole from Hartford.
Jang with the challenge in the aerial duel. Gannon sidewinds it in the middle of the pitch. Good job by Macangila to shield Gao. Samadia to Angelina. Trying to get around Duty. Does. Michi. The shot save made. Arozarena. Near post. Nice move by Angelina to get free. He'll take the throw-in on the far side as we have already played 4 minutes of stoppage time.
I just want to see a little bit more poise from Angelina. He's a really good footballer to watch. But it's in that position. It's just like, let's hit it as hard as you can. Let's have a little bit more precision, more precise.
Let's see what Epps does with it here. Curves it in. Jang the header. Second header. Rafferty clears it out, and that'll do it. So we've reached halftime in a very entertaining match here at Trinity Health Stadium. As you look at Joe Farrell. Hartford, a good job in that half mark, as we said, except for one 15-second stretch.
Yeah, but let's accentuate the positives. This is a hot night. This is a night where you're up against a really good side, a side in form. You've taken the game to them. You had one moment of madness where you forgot to defend. But apart from that, that isn't quite as good as the Charleston game where I thought they were excellent. But everybody played their part, albeit I want to see more from Marcus Epps playing that 10 role in the second half if he's going to continue playing there, because He's not had much creativity in that first half, and he certainly wasn't able to tackle at the edge of the box at the other end.
Las Vegas and Hartford tied at 1. Our halftime activities are next here on ESPN Plus, MyTV9, and WTNH.com.
Our students are looking to stand out, not blend in, which is a good thing considering the 8-to-1 student-to-faculty ratio. USJ's academic experience is built on dynamic learning opportunities that extend into labs, internships, and collaboration with faculty, and are designed to both challenge and support students in their professional development. So if you're looking for an education that will help you make your mark in the world, visit usj.edu.
If anyone thinks cancer is going to define you, they've got another thing coming. We know you are more than someone healing their heart. At Trinity Health, we know the importance of seeing the person behind the patient, the fear, the joy, the journey. Bringing you the expert medical teams and state-of-the-art technological advancements of a national health system, along with the personalized care that helps you feel better. Because we see all of you.
Achievement takes more than having a dream. It takes having the spirit to beat the odds. It takes the courage to pursue a passion, the heart to turn a house into a home, and the determination to turn an idea into an enterprise. I'm the Hartford Buck, and I see the human in human achievement.
With insurance from the Hartford, the Buck's got your back.
Embrace the laid-back charm of island life while sinking your toes in the sand and discovering real, authentic Florida in the Bradenton area. Unspoiled beauty and pristine beaches, a vibrant waterfront downtown energized by local arts and culture, fresh Floridian cuisine with a flourish of rich history, and friendly locals ready to welcome you to this preserved paradise on Florida's Gulf Coast. Plan your visit today at BradentonGulfIslands.com.
Halftime at Trinity Health, and early Reiko Arozarena had to be sharp.
I thought Tiang in the early stages had some really good chances. That's what I want to see more from Epps. I want to see him taking the ball. I want to see him trying to break the lines, then play the precise pass. I think the defender did just enough. I think it was Duty to get a block in eventually. And that was the second effort from Diang. They appealed for offside. It looked to us it was pretty close. That was Galina that had the opportunity, and another good save from a very good goalkeeper.
He's got 5 saves on the evening thus far, but here's the first goal of the match, and they catch Hartford's back line asleep.
It's inexcusable defending. The goalkeeper's got to be saying to himself, wait a minute, come on, where's the help? It's one through ball to a player that's already got 7 goals this season, Corey Bennett. He's got all the time in the world to pick his spot. If you're attacking, you still have to remember you might not be attacking for much longer, so at least keep the door somewhat tighter.
14 minutes later, though, the equalizer.
Brilliant. Brilliant. When you get a header like that and the goalkeeper's got absolutely no chance, it's the perfect cross, it's the perfect header. But it's not just a header. He has made that run, Mamadou Dieng. He's raw, but he's got a lot of talent, and he's made the run. It's very smart in between the two centre-backs. I thought that was a really good first half. Both teams playing their part, and for Brendan Burke, he's doing what he said he would do. He's having a go, and that stat shows you that although they've not had as much possession, I think in the early stages, I'm sure they would have had more than that. I think they can be proud of what they've produced. But you know what? He said a draw's no use. They've got to go for goals. That's what they'll do in the second half.
Deadlocked at 1 at halftime. Our halftime continues next. What would Hartford players want to compete in Paris? We'll find out when we come back.
Is it somebody's birthday? Dad, come watch us hit this ugly piñata. Dad!
When Hornets show up, so do we. Terminix it.
They're hungry for the women's game. They want to see women's soccer. They want to play women's soccer, and that's what we're building at the USL.
You can see it in my eyes. Only want the best. Running every night, won't settle for less. Got me looking to the sky, got me feeling blessed. Got this fire burning up inside of my chest. Burning up inside of my chest. Got this fire burning up inside of my
We all have goals. But let's be honest. Most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
The numbers are brilliant here for Phoenix. Can they find their second right there? Drops it to Lasso. Lasso gives it a go. What is the Lasso?
When mosquitoes show up, so do we. Terminix it.
An injured knee might look pretty simple, but there's a whole person behind that injury. One who misses the feel of his jump shot and spending time with friends on the court. It's not enough just to heal. He needs to get back out there. At Trinity Health, we're here to help you reach your goals. We combine all the knowledge and expertise of a national health system with personalized health care that treats the individual behind the injury. Because we see all of you.
Halftime in Hartford next season. The Oakland Roots have a new home, the vacated Oakland Coliseum, after the A's say bye-bye. Rhode Island's coach Kano Smith named the coach of the month after an undefeated month. And international, the U.S. women's national team will take on Argentina at Lou City on October 30th. Well, the Olympics are in the rearview mirror, and we had a chance recently to ask some of athletic players if they could participate in a sport other than soccer. What Olympic sport would they want to play? If you could have been an Olympic athlete in any sport other than soccer, what would you have competed in?
That's a good question.
Because Mark would be beach volleyball. Beached whale.
I'm a good swimmer. I can swim.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
like distance or short stuff?
Short stuff.
Okay.
A medal, perhaps, for Sierra Leone if you were to swim?
I'll compete. Yeah. Hopefully, I guess. Hopefully.
I'd be right there with LeBron, KD, and Steph Curry, Joel Embiid. Basketball for me was my second favorite sport growing up. I played that
in high school?
Yeah, I played until about junior year of high school, and then I just played goalie soccer from there. But I played from the age of 6 to 16, 18, so I enjoyed it a lot.
So this is me kind of going back. You could be the Christian Leitner of the team.
Yeah.
Well, he's got a little bit of the Leitner, but I'm sure he doesn't have the Leitner person. Trust me, Leitner in this neck of the woods, that's a dirty word to UConn fans.
I'd beat anyone in a race. Not everyone wants to hear it, but I've always said it. We can maybe put that on camera someday.
Hold on, long distance or sprint?
I would say box to box is sprint.
You've got Angelina in your team. You've got Beckford in your team.
You know, we can do it. We can put it on camera someday, you know, see if they're down.
I like throwing the gauntlet down. Because we talked to all of them at the beginning, and Michi said he was the fastest. DeShane said he was the fastest. Romario was here at the time, and he said he was only Epps would not say that he was the fastest. So we can do that though. That'd be your done for charity.
I do love volleyball. I will say I've been watching some of the archery. You know, you don't have to run that much. You can, not much running, a lot of just focus and concentration. Yeah, I would say a little ping pong. I mean, I would love that. I know that takes a lot of quality. I don't know if I have that. But yeah, that's about it. Maybe a little cycling in there, something where, you know, you have two wheels to roll on.
You think you would beat Michi, and you think you would beat DeShane?
Oh, they're very fast. They're very fast, but
okay. So
if you put box to box,
right? So you get to set the parallels, right? Not 40-meter sprint.
No,
because they're so from 18-yard line to 18-yard line.
60 yards, something like that.
That's a good indoor race, 60 yards.
Yeah, right.
A good indoor race.
60 yards.
So I would say sprint or tennis. I've always had a lot of interest for tennis when I was younger as well. But obviously you roll into the academy system and you don't find much time to try other things out.
Kim Kleisters was all right as a Belgian.
Exactly. Justine Henin too. So yeah, Belgium has also been a big country that likes tennis. So they like cycling as well. So there's been a gold medalist now twice this year with a kid that used to play at Anderlecht Academy until he was 16, and then transferred into cycling and now won 2 Olympic golds in Paris. So I feel like it transfers over. If you have a big engine in soccer, I feel like you could, have a big engine in cycling as well. But I'd say one of those: sprinting, tennis, or cycling.
Okay. And on a side note, Las Vegas Lights' Edison Azcona from the Dominican Republic and Loudoun United FC's Riley Bidois from New Zealand both represented their countries in the Paris Olympics 2024 men's soccer tournament. We'll be back with the second half after this.
If anyone thinks cancer is going to define you, they've got another thing coming. We know you are more than someone healing their heart. At Trinity Health, we know the importance of seeing the person behind the patient, the fear, the joy, the journey. Bringing you the expert medical teams and state-of-the-art technological advancements of a national health system, along with the personalized care that helps you feel better. Because we see all of you.
Achievement takes more than having a dream. It takes having the spirit to beat the odds. It takes the courage to pursue a passion, the heart to turn a house into a home, and the determination to turn an idea into an enterprise. I'm the Hartford Buck, and I see the human in human achievement.
With insurance from the Hartford, the Buck's got your back.
Our students are looking to stand out, not blend in, which is a good thing considering the 8-to-1 student-to-faculty ratio. USJ's academic experience is built on dynamic learning opportunities that extend into labs, internships, and collaboration with faculty, and are designed to both challenge and support students in their professional development. So if you're looking for an education that will help you make your mark in the world, visit usj.edu.
Welcome back to Trinity Health Stadium. LDI Connect, the proud partner of Hartford Athletic. With over 20 years of experience, LDI Connect, a leading independent provider of office technology solutions. Visit myldi.com for more information. Jody Ambrosio, Mark Donaldson, and our Power Station crew. What do you want to see from the home team here in the second 45?
Goals, more goals. I don't care if it's 5-4, 4-3, 3-2, or 2-1. They have to get goals. They need to be playing post-season. Right now it's not looking likely. They've got nothing to lose. So I think they'll leave gaps at the back because that's what they do. But they've just got to be a little bit more disciplined. If they do turn over the ball, they cannot have the opposition playing any ball forward knowing that there's no Hartford defenders inside their own half.
Looks like both teams have stayed the same. Of course, Hartford lost Anderson Asiadu to injury in the 35th minute. Beautiful night here in the insurance capital of the world as we are... Oh, nice fake by Corey Bennett. Now we're underway with the second 45. Hartford looking to go unbeaten in 4 at home. Las Vegas looking for a franchise record continuing 12-game unbeaten streak. That would be the longest for any team in USL this season. Sacramento Republic and Charleston both have 11-game unbeaten streaks. Maybe Las Vegas Lights' best win during their unbeaten streak, the 1-0 win at Sacramento Republic.
Yeah, super win. A tough place to go. I don't think they can be. They weren't poor in the first half. I don't think they'll be as defensive. I think they'll have more of a structure in the second half that will allow them to be more creative.
Here's Duty. Jabang and Duty, or rather Ngando and Djibouti. Duty missing connections.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I thought we were going to get a Jabang. That's been coming all night.
It's always sang in the pregame.
You know that.
We drove the rest of the press box nuts. Here's Howell. Plays it across to Joe Hafferty. Budati with a nice job deflecting that. Now Farrell under pressure gets it to the captain, Jordan Scarlett. Back to Budati. They have given him room to run on that right side. Now racing with Ngando. Now double team, gets it off to Beckford. Epps to Budati. Here's Eunice. Far post, too far for Engalina. Goal kick.
So that started, you described it perfectly with a diagonal from Joe Hafferty. By going a little bit more direct, you saw what Hartford did with the diagonal to Eunice Budati. It just stretches them. It means that you can't afford to take as many chances. You've got to keep players back. And by doing that from the diagonal from Hafferty, yes, it didn't ultimately work out, but it makes sure that Hartford can't keep the position that they have, and they have to be a little bit more defensive.
Long ball played up ahead for Joe Gao. Ball too far.
That's smart.
Off Joe Farrell.
Yeah, it's smart, and that's an issue for Hartford if
Farrell's down.
Yeah, it's rather innocuous. But then, you've just described that as a long ball. It's a longer pass. There was too many short little passes that weren't going anywhere. They weren't stretching the field in the first half, Las Vegas, like they've already done at the start of this second half. Thankfully, Joe's okay.
Farrell, who didn't play for a couple of games, tonight making his third straight start, 17th of his first season in Hartford. Gannon. Chipped in. No problem for Ribeiro. Nobody there. No traffic.
No options. That's smart. Just hold on to it. If you don't like what you see, just keep it.
Just the start of things. Second half here at Trinity Health Stadium between Hartford and Las Vegas Lights.
Yeah, good game.
Glad you're with us on this Saturday night. Here's Hartford on the counter. Nice job getting back by Gennaro Nigro to strip Hartford of the ball. Now Epps trying to increase his work rate on the far side. Hafferty takes the pass from Howell and plays it back to Raiko Arozarena. They're very structured in how they break out of their own end.
They are. Yeah, they're a well-organized side. They're a very fit side as well, but you have to be playing in that heat. It's good pressure from Hartford.
Farrell sends it back. Ribeiro way out.
Samadia's been good tonight.
Yep. He's fit in nicely, moving to the left back position, replacing Tristan Hodge, who's on the bench. That should be another corner for Hartford, their first of the second half and fourth of the match.
It's just frustrating when you see what Hartford are capable of, especially at home this season. And on their travels, they've had their moments. It sounds daft to say this. They're a better team than their league position says they are. But you got to put the ball in the back of the net.
Right.
No point playing nice football if there's no end product.
Right. They've played better than an 11th place team, except in the attacking third.
They played better than last season when they were in a similar position. Much better.
Here's Hairston. Sends it in, punched, loose! And Arozarena falls on it. Almost disaster for the Cuban goaltender. Good ball by Hairston.
Imagine his brother had done that with a pop-up.
I'm sure he has.
He got away with that one.
But I will say one thing. He was covered by a sea of white shirts. Here's the counter. Bennett, who has the goal. Too far for Gao, and Samadia will play it up the near sideline for Engalina. Grabbed by Bennett. Now Hairston. Marlin starting for just the 6th time this season, only his 8th match played.
Akingila wasn't happy there that Beckford hadn't come shorter.
Jang can't get it. Taken away. Jabang. In the middle, JC Ngando. He set up Bennett for the only goal. Here's Duty on a run up the middle.
Michi's got to work so much harder. He's just jogging.
Distributes it to Gao. Ngando, watched by Hairston, drops it back to Howell. Here's Duty. They've got a man wide open. It's Gao in the box. 1v1. Goes right, cleared out by Samadia.
You got all that pace. You've got to use some of it. You can't just jog back and, oh, well, never mind. You've got to be positionally aware, Michi and Galina. It's not all about just moving forward and creating chances and trying to score. You've got to work hard defensively as well. He's got to be better.
Valentin Noel with the short corner. Gets it back from Gao. Looking for an angle to serve into the box. Instead, plays it back, and Gannon will sail it towards Gao on the right flank. Jang back to help. Gao gets around him. Gao goes down in the box. Play on. Referee says get up. Played upfield. Nigro plays it back to Arozarena. Don't miss our next match. Saturday, August 24th at 7 o'clock against the Red Hot Lou City as we celebrate Supporters Appreciation Night. Presented by Travelers. Visit hartfordathletic.com/tickets to get your tickets today.
Good crowd in here and a good chance.
Here's a chance, a shot, and a goal! Michi and Galina, and he backflips Hartford into a 2-1 lead.
Grayson Duty has had one. There's still work to be done. And I spoke in the first half about needing that bit of precision, needing that bit of poise. And Michi and Galina showing it there, capitalizing. Good teams score when they get the chance. And Michi and Galina, as Hartford turn things around, takes advantage of the slip-up.
He goes around Duty and sends it to the left of the leaping Arozarena. Boy, he took Duty's wallet. 8th of the year for Michi and Galina, a rare second half goal for Hartford, Mark. Only their 7th of the season, and it puts Hartford on top. We're going to see a couple of subs come into the game. Christian Dinzone and the Olympian Edison Azcona will be coming in for Las Vegas.
I used the word poise in the first half, and it's something I think at times Galina lacks. We know he's got the ability, we know he's got the pace, we know he's had goals this season, but not enough. That was what he needed.
Edison Azcona, the Olympian, will come in for Gannon, and Christian Pinzon will replace the goal scorer, Corey Bennett. So Dennis Sanchez trying to change things up front for his team. Hartford has dominated play, even though the expected goals slightly favors Las Vegas, but the goals that count, it's 2-1, home team. And I like the way Galina just didn't rush the shot. Got clear, got away from Duty, and then he beat Arozarena to his left. Hartford looking to tack on.
Some players panic when they get an opportunity and their eyes go really wide. Oh, what a chance, what do I do? That's more like it. That's what you want. You want a player who knows what he needs to do, and he goes and does it. He shows the precision and the poise. And rather than power that time, he went for accuracy.
And it paid off into the go-ahead goal. Here's Jang making a run. Header. Sends it wide. Kept in by Galina. He puts it in. Header. And Arozarena off the line to make the save. The Fix is Connecticut's premier standalone IV vitamin therapy boutique, offering customized intravenous vitamin infusions and intramuscular vitamin injections that maximize health, performance, and recovery, with all services administered by licensed registered nurses. Located in West Hartford Center, visit thefixivtherapy.com to learn more. Hartford continues to press. Beckford called for the foul on the far side.
8 goals now for this season for Michi and Galina in the USL, but it could have been a lot more. It's the creation that's not been the problem. And now it's an interesting one, because we spoke in the first half that once this season in USL, Hartford have conceded first and gone on to win the game. They've done to Vegas what normally other teams do to Hartford. A lot of the times this season, especially the last time, and remember here against Charleston, 2-0 up, we couldn't get it done. This is a big test now.
Pinzone and Azcona, the two newcomers in the lineup. Hafferty in the middle for Ngando. Plays for Gao. Back to Jabang. 2-1 Hartford on the 8th of the year by Michi and Galina. Good pressure that time by Epps. Hartford with numbers if they hurry. Played up ahead for Epps. Marcus plays it through for Galina, a little too far. And it goes over the goal line for a corner kick, or for a goal kick, I should say.
That could have been so much better. Here's another look at the goal. It's really good play from Galina. Again, you could say Duty dwelt on the ball, made a mistake or whatever, but it wasn't great them trying to play out from the back. But you've still got work to do. That is what they brought him to the club to do.
They say that was last touched by Hartford, or by Las Vegas, so it'll be the 5th corner kick of the night for Athletic as you look at Michi and Galina. He has held up his end of the bargain. Hairston in the middle, chipped in the air, over the goal, and this will be a goal kick.
Just want to go back to the move that led to that corner that's just been taken. Shane Beckford has to play it forward earlier, because Vegas did what Hartford did in the first half. They were so far advanced, they weren't even in their own half. So if it had been played quicker by Duchesne, it couldn't have been offside for his teammate, because he was still in his own half. And then he had another chance to play it sooner, and the ball he did play didn't have enough on it. That was a chance. Talking about being clinical, you get these opportunities, you've got to be better at turning them into a decent opportunity to a goal.
Here's Jabang. Tries to play a long ball up ahead. Gao drops it back to an open pin zone. Distributes to Azcona. Joe Gao overlapping his pin zone. Watched by Samadia. Gao. And Galina goes back to help on him. Epps leads the counter.
Better.
Up ahead on the left, too far for Galina. So if you're Hartford, I think you have to keep playing the way that you've been playing. You can't sink the troops back because you're playing with momentum.
No, you've come out this week, Brendan Burke, and you've said, look, draws are no use. You've got to go for it, but you've got to be smart now. Don't get deeper. Don't just withdraw into your own half and invite them on top of you. The only changes you should be making right now are because players are tired and you want to freshen up some legs.
Duty, far post, man open, header, put down. Ibero almost hesitated for a second coming out on the Noel header, but Hennon comes off the line to make the play.
So there's little things you can do. Emmanuel Samadia, don't need to be as adventurous. Both Aaron Wheeler and Brendan Burke were just out there passing on instructions. Aaron Wheeler to Michi and Galina. Aaron's the assistant coach. Just keep your position a little bit more. If you're Samadia, you don't need to get as far advanced as you have been doing. You want to keep a close eye on Christian Pinzon, who's just come on.
Flourish is proud to fuel Hartford Athletic with their healthy, delicious food. Let them do the same for you and your team. Order online at flourishhartford.com or visit them at 72 New Park Avenue in Hartford. 2-1 Athletic on the Galina goal, unassisted at the 53rd minute.
Silly from Epps.
Epps gets called, so this will set up a dangerous set piece for Lights. And it was the set piece from this kind of angle that was disastrous for Hartford last week.
Keeping on the Olympic theme, it's like the run, I mean the 1500 meter race. It was meant to be between, the men's 1500 meter was meant to be between the Norwegian and the Scotsman, and then the American came from nowhere. You've just got to stay focused. Don't just see the finishing line. You've got to get yourself to it. You've got to defend set plays well.
You look at the Hartford wall. This will be Pinzone to trigger the set piece here in the 62nd minute. Gets the referee's whistle, puts it in, and headed into the club seats. So it'll be a goal kicked by Hartford.
Like London buses, isn't it? You wait an eternity for a Hartford to be back home. And we're back home next weekend again. 2 games, 2 Saturday nights in Connecticut's capital city.
In that game next week, the first 1,000 fans in the stadium get a Hartford Athletic branded lunchbox.
Just in time for back to school.
Absolutely. Off the double team, Las Vegas starts the counter with Ascona. Plays it nicely in the middle for Ngando. JC Ngando to Gao. Epps does a nice job coming back to disrupt that play and gets taken down, and that's an immediate yellow. Hartford's bench shot up like they were shot out of a cannon.
Don't tell me they don't care. Is it yellow from Joe Zhao? And let's move on.
Joe Zhao's first yellow of the season, and this only his 12th match. Marcus Epps is okay. That was fairly violent.
It's like saying just offside. You're either offside or not. It's either violent or not.
Watch this. Watch Zhao here. Boom.
Fairly.
You know what he was? You know what he did on that play? He chopped him down.
He did chop him right down. Fairly violent. Never heard the word fairly just before the word violent. Okay, I see what you mean. Not totally violent.
Brendan Burke apparently wanting to make sure his hair is down in the back. Could be the only reason he would have his hands clasped behind his head.
You know what? He's got a really good head of hair, Brendan Burke. Neither of us
we can't know.
challenge should be talking about hair. But this is a season that would test anybody. All credit to Brendan Burke. He's been great. I've really enjoyed his honesty in our weekly phone calls ahead of home games as well. And
he said he would have been a basketballer at the Olympics.
Yeah, he was a point guard. He said he
point
fancied
guard.
himself as a point guard.
Point guard.
He played it when he was younger.
He could have played as much as Jason Tatum.
A gold medal, didn't he?
So, yes, he did. Samaria sends it aimlessly into the middle where it's taken away. Ascona, who came on as one of 2 substitutes for Dennis Sanchez, as did Pinzone. Hairston, whose work rate has increased as the game has gone on. Giveaway by Hartford. Taken back. Here's Ibero. Slides off the line to pluck it off the turf. Westfield Bank, proud to support Connecticut customers, communities, and crowds cheering for Hartford Athletic. Westfield Bank, what better banking's all about. Online at westfieldbank.com. See Hartford players warming up, but you know what? Right now, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Good pressing.
Good job that time by Budati. Has not seen as much of the ball, Mark, as he did in the first half.
No, a lot of it is important stuff he does off the ball as well. And he's gone back to his position. He's going to try and keep the opposition quiet. I'd like to see Hartford utilising the pitch a little bit more with longer balls into the 2 speed merchants, Beckford and Ingalina.
Stolen away by Hartford. Here's the aforementioned Beckford. loses a muscle tussle with Ngando.
What now?
Muscle tussle.
Wow. I'm out with them tonight.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, it's been 5 weeks. They've all been stored up.
Shane Gillis is down at Mohegan tonight. You're giving him a run for his money.
Ball played cross field, but Samadia, who's played a strong game at the left back, there to intercept it.
Just got to be careful he doesn't get tucked too far in, Samadia. He's got Pinzon in behind him. Could do with a little bit of help from Beckford.
Jabang orchestrating at midfield. Square to Joe Hafferty. 2-1 Hartford, 67th minute. Dummy to Duty. Duty's got Pinzon on his left, instead gives to Azcona in the middle. Now Noel, always dangerous. There's a shot that's airmailed off the screen in front of the field level suites.
Okay, we're 3/4 of the way through this game, and life's easy identifying problems. Life's harder trying to find solutions. Right now, I don't think Hartford have got a problem, but to freshen things up, one thing I'd be thinking about, maybe, is to bring on someone like a Tristan Hodge.
Well, they're talking to Van Keziel.
I can understand that.
I think Van Keziel's next.
Because I've identified that the right side right now from Vegas is an issue. They've got extra number in there. So what you could do, you could play one in front of the other, and that might mean taking off, whether it's a Dieng or whatever, and putting a Beckford through the middle. Because you've got to find a way if you're going to bring on Hodge or a Van Keziel. For me, I'd be taking off Marcus Epps, and I'd be putting on Thomas Van Keziel in there, and I'd be thinking maybe about giving Samadi a little bit more help, either in front of or behind, with Tristan Hodge.
Noel, nice job by Macangila to take him off the ball. Let's see what the call is on the near side. It's going to be a throw-in. Hartford will take it on the foul on Valentin Noel as he took Beverly Macangila down. Here's Farrell advancing it up to Budati. Back to Farrell. Hartford there's almost danger there. And Hartford will play it back inside the 18 to Ribeiro, who will launch it upfield. In the direction of Engalina.
It's fine.
Throw in Hartford on the far side. Hartford 5-3-3 here at Trinity Health. In the box. Shot goes wide. Another good effort by Hartford.
First time we've seen Dieng with a proper chance in the second half. But again, it's that smart run between left back and left centre back. Does the right thing, goes across the goalkeeper, just lacking a little bit of precision.
Hartford looking to go 3-0 lifetime against Las Vegas, which is looking to extend its 11-game unbeaten streak, where they've gone 5-0-6. Hafferty has to chase it down at his own end. Nice one touch. Azcona in the middle for Pinzon. Drops back to Ngando. Slides it across. Here's Azcona. Drops it left to Gao. Now Jabang. Bangs it towards goal and sails it over. So it'll be a goal kick for Hartford.
Van Keziel is about to come on. I totally understand this one as well. It wouldn't be a big surprise if it was Marcus Epps going off.
Who has played better in the second half is there's a Las Vegas player down. You get a look at Ousmane Jabang as
interesting.
Marlon Hairston's night has come to an end.
Fine. For Epps, I want to see him a little bit deeper. I understand the change. And now it's going to be Van Keziel playing alongside Beverly Macangila. The other thing is as well, and one of the reasons for the change perhaps is because the lack of minutes that Marlon Hairston has had this season. He's not played much at all. It's only his 8th game. He hasn't started many of those. So with 20 minutes to go, we've just spoken, if you're making changes, a lot of it, not just positionally, a lot of it has to do with who's got what left in the tank.
Thomas Van Kazeel only played 7 minutes last week in the 3-0 loss at Rhode Island. Brendan Burke leads the applause for Hairston on the near sideline.
Oh, he's put a shift in, without a doubt.
More subs set to check in. Dre Fortune and the much-traveled veteran Charlie Adams.
He's had his moments tonight, Joe Jow, but they even pushed him more central towards the end of the first half. But no goals this season for him, and the creator. But off he goes. And also going off is your pal Jabang.
He'll be replaced by Dre Fortune, who joined the Lights on June 14th. And Charlie Adams last year and 3 years prior with San Diego. Approaching to the 73rd minute, Hartford on goals by Jang and Engalina with a 2-1 lead. Corey Bennett, who's been swapped out, the only goal scorer for Las Vegas. And, you know, Las Vegas is in a position where every game's important. Not only do they want to qualify for the playoffs, they'd like a home playoff game.
Yeah, going to be top four.
Bring somebody to the desert for a playoff game?
Exactly.
It'll be a throw-in by Samadia. Scarlett with time to make a decision. Good work that time by Engalina, who switched to the right side. Here's Michi. He's got Jang with him. Lays it off for Budati. Eps the trailer. Chip towards Engalina. Header on it. Jang. Save made. Oh, what a save by Raiko Arozarena. He steals another one. Mamadou Jang could have 4 goals tonight.
You know, when his brother plays for Seattle, the Mariners in baseball, and he thinks he's hit a home run, and it's going over the fence, and then from nowhere, the center fielder leaps up and somehow produces an incredible stop. That's what happened there. What a stop that is. Corner now for Hartford.
6th corner of the night for Hartford. From the left of Arozarena. Chipped in. Arozarena punches it out. Keeping it in. Beckford looking to load up. He does. Never gets through. Budati will send it high, far, and gone.
Wow.
Nice catch made in the back.
By the scoreboard.
Scoreboard's got good hands. The Performance Lab is an all-inclusive model that brings the latest technologies for pain relief, wellness, and mobility together under one roof. With one-on-one treatments and a customized approach to fit your needs, the Performance Lab will get you moving and feeling your best.
Little tweak, Hartford. They've moved Michi to this left-hand side and Beckford to the right.
We see that frequently during the year. Here's Jang. Hartford on the attack, leading 2-1. Beckford. Van Kazeel, his first touch. Budati tried to play it off the side of his boot. Van Kazeel with the header. Jang puts it in the air. Samadia tries to control. Good job by Las Vegas. Ascona and Pinzone helping out. Good pressure by Emmanuel Samadia, who's had a big match tonight. And it'll be a throw-in for Las Vegas, but Hartford did a good job there extending their pressure.
It's good strength from Beverly Makagila. It's about game management now. It's about being streetwise. It's not about, oh no, I can see the finishing line, we're nearly there, what we're going to do, let's panic. No, we're beyond that. This is your season you're playing for. This is a potential chance to get 3 points to keep alive your playoff hopes.
Engalina for Jang, wheeling, deals it off to Budati in the right. Eunice chips it in, headed away and cleared out by Adams. As Kona can't control, Samadia there to take it away.
I still think that Las Vegas' best chance of scoring could be when Hartford have the ball and give it away like this.
Here's Christian Pinzone. Drops it back. Gets it back. Now Duty. Here's Duty, who got beat by Angelina for the go-ahead goal in the 53rd minute here at Trinity Health Stadium. Another good crowd on hand.
Super crowd.
Grayson Duty. Up ahead for Pinzone.
Got to track the runner, Big Beckford.
Here's Duty. Samadia catches up to him. Sends it back towards the 18. Deflected away. Epps goes down. That's a foul.
Good foul
on Las Vegas.
Yep. Beckford's got to do more. This is where I'm talking about. Whichever player it is, whether it's Ingalina or whether it's Beckford in front of Samadia, I'm just a little bit wary that they're the players that are asked to track back the overlapping fullbacks or the runners from midfield. That's maybe why I'd be thinking about Tristan Hodge potentially to come in and provide a little bit more support and kind of double up on each side if that's possible. Because when Hartford lose the ball, there was a time there where it was both Ingalina and it was Dieng who were they were in the middle of the park. They weren't going back, and they were down a man as a result of that, Hartford.
Shots are 13-12 Hartford. Shots on target 8-2. Las Vegas has not had a shot on target tonight in the second half.
Kyle Edwards could be an option for pace and attack.
Well, especially if Jang's cramping up.
Yeah, still want to see a little bit more protection for the fullbacks here. More so on this near side. Pinzone up against Samadia.
Hartford doing a really good job defending in the last third.
It's the area where the defending as well, and this press is good. It takes so much effort. It's just basically leave everything out there, and once you're done, let us know, and we'll make the switch.
Now Malik Howell has Kona work in the middle. The Dominican gets it up to Pinzone. Hartford a 2-1 lead. Nice takeaway off the sloppy pass by Pinzone. Dangerous ball back to Samadia, who gets it out of danger. That's the kind of play Hartford's got to be careful of. Passes have to be precise. Jang takes down Charlie Adams. Boy, Jang can barely walk out there. Here's an attack. Ngando in the middle has Kona. Runner on the right is Duty. Deflected away. Epps is there with Bakangila. Magically, Jang appears to be okay.
Good hold-up play. Samadia's had a really good game.
He's been a bulwark on that defense. Jang plays it over the far touchline, to the near touchline.
That'll be his last action.
And that's going to be it for him.
So now you have an option. You can go straight swap. You can bring on Kyle Edwards and have the pace, if it is going to be Jang's last involvement. Or you could put Beckford or Ngalina as the advanced player with the pace. Granted, they're not out-and-out strikers, and you can shore up your flanks, because the prediction I would make with just over 10 minutes to go, if Vegas Lights get back into this one, the goal will emanate from the flank.
Head athletic trainer Mike Diaz attending to Mamadou Jang. Holiday Inn Express Newington, conveniently located in the heart of the dining and shopping district of Newington on the Berlin Turnpike, Route 5/15. Whether you need one night or an extended stay, Holiday Inn Express will make your stay convenient and cost-effective. So it looks like Kyle Edwards will be called on for the 5th time this year. Talking to assistant coach Aaron Wheeler, and now Brendan Burke says, hold on a minute.
Yeah, the referee's gone over to have a word with Dennis Sanchez, who I think is basically saying, make sure this time is added on at the end. I think we could get a fair amount of... The referee's right. The treatment required there does not need to take place on the field when the player can walk off. But Kyle Edwards isn't ready.
Well, no, he was there. They sent him back, and now he's going up. They didn't have a chance to get him in. Confusion.
And now they're playing this
one-man
defensive
short
situation with 10 men, yeah.
It's not what you want.
Yang now back on.
Wide open on the right, Joe Hafferty. Ducey, attacking. In the middle, ball free, Epps hustles back. Can't load up the boot, Ascona looking for space along the ground. Ribeiro makes the stop after a good run by Grayson Duty. Helps set it up. Couldn't really get a lot on the shot. And Ribeiro had the low angle covered. 2-1 Hartford. Jang in the 25th minute, Angelina in the 53rd. Corey Bennett with his 8th on a breakaway in the 11th minute to give Las Vegas the 1-0 lead. Duty plays for Pinzone. Pinzone drops it back. Vegas looking for the equalizer as Edwards now does check in at the midfield table, so he'll be the next Hartford sub. Into the box, punched over. Good attack that time, and Eden Ribeiro with his 4th save of the night sets up a corner kick. As we're going to get another sub, the veteran Emra Clementa, 15th all-time in minutes played. Nice shot. So, and it will be Jang who comes out, and Kyle Edwards will take his place.
I was a wee bit wary of making a substitution prior. I don't think they will. He'll wait, that's right. You don't make a change when everyone's got their assigned man or area. They are bringing him on. Well, okay.
Edwards for Jang. He immediately goes back to help out in the corner kick defense. Here's Noel in the air, goes through, cleared. Played back in, left-footed shot, save made, Farrell clears it before Hafferty can get to the rebound.
That doesn't need to happen. Kyle Edwards has put a half-hearted tackle in, and it was absolutely nothing. And as a result, they got this opportunity, Las Vegas Lights.
Another corner kick. Their 6th of the match. Into the 84th minute. It'll be Adams with the corner. As the referee, Matt Thompson, talking to Dre Fortune and Marcus Epps. Epps saying, I didn't do anything. Don't talk to me.
They always see it before the ball's coming into the area, don't they, the referees? Pretty rare that something is done about it after the ball's kicked.
About 15 yards from the goal, looks like a rugby scrum. Good ball put in, headed down, and headed out. Racing to it is Beckford. Here's DeShane with Angelina. Puts it ahead. Angelina. And coming off his line after retreating was a Rose Arena.
Why did he need to play the pass then? Keep going.
Hartford almost with the counter. We saw the speed of Beckford that time.
He's beating his man. Keep going.
Yeah. Into the 85th minute here at Trinity Health. Hartford desperately in search of 3 points for the 2nd straight home game. Howell plays it across to Clementa. In the middle. Off on the right side. Howell bangs it off the derriere of Beckford.
Better from the shape.
It'll be a throw-in. They send it backwards to Emra Clementa from Montenegro. Have you been to Montenegro? You've been all over the world.
Not far, but not to there.
Now here's Pinzon. Christian sends it back for Clementa. Ascona. Taken off the ball by Makangila.
Serbia was the closest they got. Sarajevo and Mostar.
Las Vegas playing off the back foot, and that'll be a foul against Pinzon. Tonight's Hartford Business Journal Business Alliance partner of the match is Brenner, Saltzman, and Wallman, LLP. I'm sorry. It's not a long playing record. 87th minute, Hartford protecting the one-goal lead. Is this the point of the game where you pull back on the reins a little bit?
Good question. I'm just thinking Marcanic, and I'm thinking Charleston, and that was different. They were down to 10. This is a full complement. I just want them to make sure everybody who's on the field right now can give everything they've got. And if there's anybody who's running low on gas, get them switched out. Still don't like Beckford being utilised as a defender, as he is right now. He doesn't offer anything like that.
Hafferty approaching from the right. Cuts left. Drops in the middle. They leave it for Adams. Plays it square to Nigro. Puts it in, and before Noel can be the first Noel there, it's Ibero.
Really?
Coming off the line.
You did that in
Yeah,
August?
I did. Yep. Christmas. Well, we were talking about how chilly it was before.
Fair point. Change I'm making now, by the way, is Hodge for Beckford. And I'm playing one in front of the other down this left-hand side because they continue to utilise it far more than they are on the other side with Budadi.
Much of the last 10 minutes has been spent in the Hartford defensive end of the field. Once again, they really start everything up the middle. Here's Adams. Gets it up ahead. Hartford retreating. Played back to Noel. Gets it from Fortune. Wide open space. Ascona is there. Can't get the one touch back. Edwards.
It's not a foul.
Goes down. Now Pinzon wheels away. Back heels Charlie Adams. Adams overruns the ball. Hartford staying with their men. Makangila pushes up. Now Hafferty goes away. It's a Hartford throw-in.
So, you know that you're going to have very little of the ball right now. You've already got the pace of Kyle Edwards. You don't need a Deshane Beckford who's going to ultimately end up playing the last few minutes, plus what's going to be a long time for stoppage time, utilised as a defender when you've got better options on the bench.
Van Zyl plays it up ahead on the right. Here's Budadi. Gets it back to Van Zyl. Plays it back safely to Farrell. Now Budadi. And you're right, Brignall Vineyard stoppage time. 7 minutes of stoppage time.
It'll feel like 77.
It'll be an eternity for Hartford.
Isn't it always funny in games like this when one team's got the lead and one team's chasing, how watches tell different stories, because the watches worn by the Hartford fans will be going really slowly, and the watches being worn by those associated with the Las Vegas Lights will be zooming around.
Well, last week, counting the 2 stoppage times, Las Vegas-Detroit was 104 minutes. Van Zyl, who's been active since coming on. Angelina, who right now has the game-winning goal. Taken away by Las Vegas. Pinzon drops it back. Adams, Ascona was open, and Makangila runs over him like a Mack truck. And quickly the referee, Matt Thompson, goes over.
That was a thou shalt not pass challenge, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
Shall not pass go.
Can't really have any complaints, Makingila.
Beverly booked for only the third time this year. Hartford has given up 4 goals in stoppage time this year.
Really?
Las Vegas is not scoring. I'm reporting the facts, sir.
That's honestly done it now. Hexed it.
Look, if I had those powers, you'd be a rich man.
You wouldn't be here.
Sure I would.
You'd be where the Vegas players call home.
No. In the middle, it's Ascona. Vegas with a lot of possession time here. Adams sends it up. Nigro puts it on goal, near post. And then Ibero says, not here, not now.
By the way, to have a goalkeeper with such sure hands, a lot of keepers at times can spill things. Look, I'm sure he has as well, but it's great to feel like you've got someone behind you as a defender that's like, yeah, it's fine, he's there. We'll be all right. He'll save that or he'll clutch that. And he's kicking. I spoke with Brendan Burke about this in our interviews. His distribution is excellent as well.
Hartford throw in. Farrell sends it deep.
It can be better than that, though. That's just giving possession straight back, and it's going to come back at you pretty quickly.
Tonight's match presented by the Bradenton, Florida. Discover the Braden and Gulf Islands sugar, sand beaches, turquoise water, and laid-back vibes that are real, authentic Florida. Visit BradentonGulfIslands.com. Hartford supporters on the far side trying to urge Athletic on there. Budati called for a foul. Fouls tonight fairly even, 12 for Hartford. Now 13 for Hartford, 10 for Las Vegas. So Adams will trigger. Vegas has 8 players lined up on the 18. Rosarena is almost at midfield. Put on goal, clear it out, trap, shot, blocked. Second ball, Hartford clears it out. Good job by the Hartford defenders that time as everybody pitched in. As Vegas in a desperate attempt to deadlock the game at 2 and earn a point. Played towards Pinzone. Beckford there, who's playing in the back.
Samadia's header there was outstanding. Only halfway through the added time, though.
Here's Angelina with a steal. Epps left. Here's Michi. Gives it to Marcus. At the 18, Epps into the box. Puts it on goal. Save, rebound! Hartford says it went in. No, it did not. Oh, so close to the insurance goal. But we play on with a 2-1 scoreline.
How big a moment could that be?
Into the 5th of at least 7 minutes of stoppage time. Fortune. Ascona. Trips Angelina. It'll be a Hartford free kick.
Couple of things. I've actually been impressed by how Hartford have I mean, the fans right now are on their feet. This is a good team that's come here. This is a team who are unbeaten in 11 games. That's a USL record for them. Both Hartford, who have managed this game pretty well. But on the other hand, expected a wee bit more from Las Vegas coming forward. I don't know how this stays out. It's an all right save. He's stretching every sinew, Kyle Edwards. I mean, he's had a couple, Rosarena, that have been, wow, he did that.
And Nigro did a nice job of taking the ball off the line. Here's Clementa. 6th of 7 minutes of stoppage time. Gives it away. Beckford Up the left channel. He's got Epps and Edwards. Beckford.
Take it to the corner flag.
Puts it in front. Knocked away. Epps tries to tee it up. Sends it back. Vodke Zeal. Save is made. Look at Jordan Scarlett. When that shot was saved, dove at midfield as if to say, what else can we do?
So you get two options. You can take it to the corner flag. If you're going to cut in field, you've got to have an end product. There was an end product here. It's a decent strike by Vodke Zeal. And Arozarena's diving around like his brother.
Bidding for his first goal, Thomas, since 2021 when he played for Birmingham.
No hurry to take this whatsoever. Just keep it in the corner.
Edwards and Budati accomplishing that, but giving it up. Mack and Gila there to take it away. Now Las Vegas on the counter. We have to be getting close to the end of stoppage time.
30 seconds. It's a minimum of 7, remember. Brendan Burke can wave his arms all he likes. Still some defending to be done.
Ball played through. It's stolen by Budati. He just plays it up ahead. Clementa knocks it down. Almost stolen. Here comes Hartford. Angelina. Michi. Shot off the post! What else can go wrong for Hartford tonight?
Come on, keep it there. All eyes on the referee now.
Oh! Michi had him beat left to right. Here's Howell.
Foul him there.
And Gondo in the middle. Scarlett presses. Now Noel. We've got to be close to the end of this. Valentin Noel changes direction. Looking for a cutter. Gets it. And Gondo plays it away.
Yes!
Cleared upfield. Full time. Game, set, match. Hartford.
Never in doubt.
As Brass Bonanza fills the Trinity Health Stadium air, and Kalina hits the post. Hartford players exhausted, laying on the pitch. A terrific effort by the home team tonight. That man, Arozarena, had quite the night himself, but not good enough. Deshane Beckford, who came on as a sub.
Look at them all.
They're exhausted.
And they have left everything out there. That they deserve that. They really deserve that tonight. For all the chances that they might have had, Vegas, to put pressure on Hartford, they didn't do enough. And Hartford thoroughly deserved it. Could they have won by more? Of course they could. Late on when Vegas had pushed bodies forward. But that win tells me a lot. That win tells me the players left everything out there. That win tells me they still think, no matter how they do it, that they can sneak in. And you know what? After 11 games unbeaten, what a run it's been for Vegas Lights. But they have now succumbed to their first defeat since the end of May. That run that they went on, Hartford now need to go on a similar run. They play like they played tonight, they've got a chance. But it doesn't get much tougher than next Saturday night against Lou City.
Here's Henan Ribeiro sharing a hug with his head coach. Dylan appealing to the fans on the far side. I will say this, my friend. This was about as entertaining a game as we've had these over 2 years here at Trinity Health Stadium.
I love that. And it's so important, this place, with this backing that this team gets, that they can reward them. And it's not for the want of trying. Trust me. They put everything into it. Sometimes it's just heads down because you just feel like nothing is going to go with you. But tonight, they got what they deserved, Hartford. Thoroughly deserved all 3 points. And you know what? It's still an outside chance. But they needed the 3 points, which they got. And I think they thoroughly deserved it.
In full time, 2-1 Hartford. Brendan Burke, a happy man as he walks off. We'll wrap it up next here on ESPN Plus, MyTV9, and WTNH.com.
Embrace the laid-back charm of island life while sinking your toes in the sand and discovering real, authentic Florida in the Bradenton area. Unspoiled beauty and pristine beaches, a vibrant waterfront downtown energized by local arts and culture, fresh Floridian cuisine with a flourish of rich history, and friendly locals ready to welcome you to this preserved paradise on Florida's Gulf Coast. Plan your visit today at BradentonGulfIslands.com.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.
Don't miss our next home match, Saturday, August 24th at 7 o'clock against Lou City as we celebrate Supporters Appreciation Night. Presented by Travelers. Visit HartfordAthletic.com/tickets to get your tickets today. Don't forget the first 1,000 people will get a Hartford Athletic